Hello, viewers, and welcome back to Let's Read Higurashi. This is the end of chapter, so last time we finished up chapter 2. We spent some time with Rena, going to a dump, where I guess she likes to collect stuff from there, that thing she finds cute. And we met a new character who claims to be a freelance photographer. Forgot his name. He's kind of buff. First male guy with a sprite we meet. And we get informed that there was a murder there, where the person was, I guess, mutilated because he was missing an arm. And we sort of question Rena, did she know about it? And she gives a really weird response in a way that's like very flat and unlike her, which I guess indicates that she does know something about it. And then we got, obviously, the new tips from the ending. One was, I already forgot what they were. Oh yeah, one was our house, which is particularly big, and people are asking, why do you have such a big house? And that's because our father is an artist, so he needs more space for his art. Then we learned a little bit more about the murder, that it was committed on the dam site. That place used to be for a dam, and it's committed by multiple people, where I think it's 4 or 5 people, and they captured 4 of them, but one was still loose. And they intentionally blurted out the name, so we don't know who it was. Which makes me think it's obviously not Rena, right? She's way too young for it, but it could be like her father or someone she knows, so yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm pretty excited. Continue. Chapter 3. That's for... Okay. That was the first kind of spooky moment we've had in this game, so maybe it's gonna start to turn a bit more spooky. Which is good and bad. Like, I'm really enjoying the happy life, but I'm pretty excited to see how this turns. Alright, and instead of Colonel Sanders, they're using Colonel Randy as a substitute for the KFC guy.
そりゃレナのツボだわな。レナがサトコやリカちゃんをお持ち帰りしたくなるのはわかる。
Colonel Sanders isn't cute.
ランディ君人形だけは理解できないぞ。あんなメガネ親父のどこがいいんだ。そりゃレナに直接聞けばいいじゃん。
Honestly, when I went to Japan, I saw Colonel Sanders dressed up in samurai gear, samurai armor. It was pretty funny. Maybe it's kind of like that. I love the spelling of that.
レナはよくあそこ工事現場のとこへ宝探しに行くのか？
ちょくちょく見に行くって言ってましたです。
しかし年頃の女の子がゴミ漁りね。
レナが楽しいならいいんだと思いますです。
My God, Rita sounds like such a good girl.
あそこはなんだよ。
So polite.
ダムの工事現場だったのか？
Yeah. And I've been bugging me since yesterday. Like an itch I couldn't scratch.
何年か前に中止になっちゃったけどね。
みんなで力を合わせて戦いましたです。
Ah, so it wasn't liked by the locals, which I guess puts suspicion on the locals committing the murder. Hearing an ominous word like fought come from Rita Chan's mouth startled me. It's not really ominous. I think that's a normal word used for protest. Oh. So I'm only able to hear because the protest succeeded. So I'm only able to be here since the protest succeeded. Yay! It's my 2 favorite characters so far. Oh, trains. Of course. Of course the trains just get more active whenever I record. Doesn't matter the time of day. personal grudge against me. Naturally.
申し訳ありませんわね、ケイチさん。お化粧直しに時間をかけちゃいまして。
Oh, I missed you, Sadako. We didn't get you last time.
さとこ
Actually, we did get her in the mansion tips. Whatever, I still missed you since it's been like a week since I've read.
便所には溜めてから行け一気に出せて楽で早いぞ
Yeah, come on, Keiichi.
花も恥じらう乙女になんて口の利き方。
A maiden of unparalleled beauty. Who was she calling a maiden? If Satoto really was a maiden, she wouldn't have reacted like that. The usual hijinks ensued.
さてと、今日は快速に乗っ取り部員の諸君に是非を問いたい。彼前原圭一君を新たな部員として我らの部活動に加えたいのだがいかがだろうか。
Is this about the board games from the very beginning when he said he wanted to join in?
レナは意義なし。
The laugh.
貧民風情が私の相手を務められるかしら。
Peasant.
僕もサトコも賛成しますですよ。
The three that Mion had acquired voiced their approval.
全会一致。おめでとう前原圭一君。君
Yay.
に栄えある我が部への入部試験を許可する。
What?
順を追って説明しろ俺はまだ入るとは言ってないぞ何の部活だ
我が部はだな。複雑化する社会に対応するため
Okay,
活動
so
ご
I
とに
guess
提
it's
案
not
される
board
さま
games.
ざまな条件か時には準教あるいは逆境からいかにして
Now this is ominous. It sounds so sketchy.
レナは弱いからいじめないでほしいな。仲良くやろうね。
Pretty weak unless you go into cute mode.
レナさんは甘えてますわ。弱い者は食い尽くされるのが世の常なのでございますわよ。
This was starting to sound a bit sketchy, I agree. So what kind of club was it?
つまりみんなでゲームして遊ぶ部活なのです。
Oh. Rita-chan was the only one to answer my question with a pertinent response. Thanks, Rita. Always helpful. So basically, this club put Mion's hobby of collecting games to use. Okay, so I was right. It was about playing board games. Just didn't know they actually had a club for it. By playing the various games that Mion had hoarded every day, it seemed that, depending on the day, there were prizes for the winner or a penalty for the person who finished in last place.
先に断っとくけどままごと遊びみたいなレベルじゃないからね。一生いっぱいに命がかかってるくらい本気でかかった方がいいよ。
楽しくやれればいいじゃないかそう凄むなよ
快速第一条狙うのは1位のみ。遊びだからなんていういい加減なプレーは許さない。
快速第2条。
Oh god.
そのためにはあらゆる努力をすることが義務付けられておりますのよ。
The way Satoko said it, it sounded like she was saying, use any means necessary.
もちろん僕も頑張りますです。
Good for you, Rita.
レナも弱いけどね。精一杯頑張ってるの。
Good for you, Rena. I knew what they were trying to say. In a game where everybody is aiming for the top, it's rather unsportsmanlike to just play for fun.
よし俺も本気でやってやるぜ
With that, I was finally ready for the rite of initiation, my baptism into the club.
ケイちゃんに一応忠告ね。レナも結構えげつないからね。
I can see that. This initiation looks like it's going to be rough. Mion began fishing around in the student lockers in the back of the room. They have games here at the school? Well, it's club equipment, so I guess that's fine.
難しいゲームはケイちゃんだけに不利だからね。 今日は誰にでもわかるゲームにしよう。スタンダードにトランプのジジ抜きはどう？
Old bachelor. Is that like old maid?
よし、受けてやるぜ。
Maybe. Should I
やっ
Google
ぱ
that?
り罰ゲームがない
Or
と
is it just a
思え
play
な
on
いよね。
words? Let's check. Old bachelor. Game? It's a play apparently. The 90s version of Old Maid. Okay, so it's like the original model of Old Maid, I guess. That's interesting. So yeah, I was kind of right.
今回はビリに顔面落書きの刑。どう？
Having their face drawn on. Uh-oh.
油性じゃないよね。
Nah.
油性じゃないよね。
Permanent. She wants to draw on our faces with permanent marker. That's rough.
上等でございますわ。
Satoto cheered at the idea on. She didn't even flinch at the thought of such a severe penalty. It seemed like she was raring to go. If it's going to be like this, then I can't lose either.
じゃあカード切ってみんなに配るね。
Checking something? Okay. Alright, let's go. I don't actually know how to play Old Maid. Old Bachelor is pretty much the same as Old Maid. Okay, there's only one difference. There's no Joker. I think I played Old Maid once, but it was so long ago. In its place, one card is pulled out at the start, meaning there will be one card without a match left over at the end. You don't know which card will end up being the Joker. It's a pretty thrilling game. Sounds more fun.
じゃあ1枚抜くね。
What is this music? I did it though. It's a weird sound. Mia took out one card and left it face down on the table. Everybody stared at the card intently.
ま、終盤になればおのずとわかるし、最初はどうしようもないよな。
But the rest of them were very serious. They didn't seem as relaxed as I was. Veterans, man. They compared their cards to the one face down, all while gauging each other's reactions. It was as if they could see what the face down card was. No, it couldn't
こ
be.
のトランプ、結構傷物だろ。まさかみんなにはその傷で、
Oh no.
そこに伏せたカードがわかってる？
快速第2条ですわ。ケイチさんも勝つために最善の努力をなさいませ。
It's a setup.
いくつかのカードは特徴的だから、ケイチ君にもすぐ覚えられるよ。
She said that so matter-of-factly.
上等だぜ。
I mean, that's not fun if you can remember the
こ
cards.
の程度でハンデになると思
Especially
う
if
なよ。
everyone can. Oh, I love this transition in the music though. From that weird sound to this, it's catchy. It's a bop. I mean, I should have expected that from a game related to Minato, but I'm enjoying it. I lashed out angrily, but it was rather obvious I was at a disadvantage. After all, they'd gone so far to memorize the wear and tear for each individual card. This wasn't a simple game of Old Bachelor. If this was a test, then they were playing with the answer sheet in front of them. Bring it. I'll take advantage of your carelessness and beat you at your own game. Let's go, Keiichi. That baseless confidence would soon be crushed. Never mind. Rip
ケイ
Keiichi.
ちゃんの手札を右から言うぜ。3、4、9、ジャック、クイーン。
This isn't fair.
ちなみに、ジジはダイヤの J なのです。
How do you... It's insane.
どうカードを入れ替えたって見え見えですわ。上がりですな。
What is this stream? Come on. Oh my god, this is hilarious. God, I love this novel. It's so much fun.
こいつらは鬼だ。
Demons.
は鬼じゃないよな。
Be nice, Rena.
ごめんね、
あー
ケイチくん。
It's over.
こっちがハートの3だよね。あがり。
That stream, man. Imagine if they use that stream later, though, when something bad happens. It's gonna be weird. Not even a hint of mercy. Rena, even Rita-chan. These club activities weren't to be trifled with. And I don't even know what that is. I think that's like alumni, but alumnus of this club would definitely survive in the cruelest situations. If our entire class had self-detonating collars strapped to their necks and were dropped into a death match on a deserted island, these guys would probably take to it like fish to water. Wonder what that's referencing, wink wink. I think I actually have that book somewhere. Or maybe it's at my other house. I can already picture their joy as they hunt down each of their classmates. Dude, I love a battle royale. They should make a battle royale spin-off with like Higurashi characters and throw in some Umineko characters. How many people were in battle royale? Was it just one classroom or the whole school? I don't know, it's been so long since I read it. It's a lowest point system.
着順がそのままマイナス点。
Oh wait,
トータルで
why
一
am I
番少
reading?
ない人が優
Still
勝。
in fault mode.
では、ケイチはビリなので5です。
There's already a 5 marked down on my scoreboard.
やっぱりさ、綺麗なトランプでやらないと、
This is
ケイチ
super
君に不公
unfair.
平だよ。
Thanks, Rena.
いいのいいの。ケイちゃんだって男だし。
Thanks, Mion.
これくらいの逆境は跳ね返せるよね。
Believe, Keiichi.
貧民風情は逃げ帰って、
Oh
涙
my
で枕を濡らす
god.
のがお似合いでございますからね。
Saturday. A petite hand laid itself on top of my head, which was trembling from uncontainable frustration. Of course, there was Rita-chan's.
ファイト、オーです。
We got this. Thanks to Rita-chan's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. You need to be calm, especially when you're cornered. That's the power I can muster during this crisis. Think clearly, teacher Maibara. Take your time and look at the cards carefully. It's just as Rena said, several of the cards have their own distinct markings, making them stand out. Memorizing them should be pretty simple. Think about what you can do in this situation. Try everything in your power to improve your chances of victory.
うわ、うまいよケイチ君。その調子。
I covered the uniquely marked cards with my hands, or other cards, arranging them in such a way they couldn't be seen.
角が割れているのは5だったはずです。上がりましたです。
Rita, I couldn't let any of those precious hints slip by me. All information is a weapon. There you go, taking the information. Then it was my turn. Satoko fanned out her cards for me.
欲しいのは7なんだが、これかな。
さてどうかし
Look
ら。
at her face, it's so obvious.
聞いてみないとわかりませんことよ。
She can't keep a straight face. There's a bit of dismay in her expression, like she doesn't want it taken. That kind of expression. I won't let that momentary lapse slip by
見
me.
れた。これだ。
Woo! Got it. 7 of spades. A cheer of ooh rained out.
なんですって？
Ah, Satoko.
7は一番わかりにくいはずですのに。
Oh no, what if she gets the punishment? That'd be hilarious. It wasn't from memorizing the markers. Those slight changes in their expressions as I was selecting a card were enough. Smart man.
ほらケイちゃん隠さない。 この傷が確かダイヤの2だったよね。あれ
Oh my god, she was startled by her own misread. Of course, everyone else was too.
あー、みーちゃんがカード間違えるなんて珍しいね。
違う。ケイちゃん。あんた、まさか。
Dude, Teichi just adapted super fast. He's ready to fight. It's a power Rita gave him by patting his head. They told them apart by different marks. That mark was a nail scratch. So I put a new one on it.
ダイヤの2を偽装したというですの？味な真似をするでございますわ。
Taichi's secretly awaiting his true potential as a card master. Card game master.
ケイチ、一矢報いましたです。
Clap, clap, clap. Thanks,
やったね、
people.
ケイチくん。
We're winning this
大先生だ
thing.
よ。
Having defeated the Forerunner, Mion, my brilliant battle left me ecstatic. But by total points, it was already set in stone that Mion would win and I would finish last. Oh, never mind. I laughed haughtily, selecting the tone of my voice carefully to get on Mion's
ま
nerves.
あビリは確定だけどさ、最後にミオンから1本取れたから大満足かな。
No, but now she's just gonna take it out on you during the punishment. That should be a proverbial slap in the face to Mion, who was at the top already and ensured victory.
この回、仮にケイちゃんが1着になっても、トータルビリが確定するんだけど。
Look at her
当
face.
たり前だ。
一騎打ちしようよ。ワンチャンス。
Oh,
勝てたらケイちゃん1位で私ビリの大逆転。
what is
なんて
this?
どう？乗るでしょ？
That's definitely a gamble. There's like all the risk for Mion and no risk for Teichi, since he's already gonna be last. She fell for it. It was a trap. A chance for an upset that wouldn't be possible without goading her into it. Oh
ワ
my
ンチャンス
god.
だと。ルールを説明しろ。
Alright, what's happening? Mion discarded 2 cards from her hand and replaced one with the Joker card that was on the table, then shuffled the rest resulting hand behind her back.
右手のカードと左手のカード。
What?
どっちがジョーカーか当てたら、ケイちゃんの勝ち。
That's no skill, that's just luck.
今後ろに回した時ジョーカーを抜いたってことはないだろうな。
ケイちゃんが負けたら、反対の手のカードも公開するよ。
Okay.
それなら OK でしょ？
The other 3 gulped nervously at this unexpected turn of events.
よし乗ってやる。
Let's go, Teichi. Mion grasped 1 card in each hand and thrust them out at me. First, I need to inspect them closely. The card on the right has no distinguishing marks. I can't tell which one it was.
どっちだろう。ケイチくん、慎重にね。
Well, if he's been studying the cards, it looked different from the rest, right? Since it doesn't usually be... It wasn't used, but we don't know if they actually use it in other
あ
games.
あもちろんだぜ。逆転の
But Mion could have
chance.
scratched it too. But I want to see that comeback. This music's so hyped for it. Looking closely at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It wasn't one I hadn't seen before.
あのカードは。
I didn't let that bit from Sadako slip by me. Mion clucked her tongue. I didn't recognize the mark on the left card from the small number that I had memorized. I didn't know what the left card was, but I could tell from Sadako's reaction that her card had already appeared during the game. Since it had already appeared before, it meant that it definitely wasn't the Joker. And that's...
ケイちゃんは右のカードを疑ってる。じゃあ右にする？右？
The left card definitely wasn't the Joker. If I could trust that theory, then I should have been able to declare the card to the right was the Joker. Even without Mion's taunting, the one on the right was the most suspicious. But wasn't it a bit too rash to decide based solely on Sadako's reaction? Yeah, I think that too. More carefully. He's deeping He's diving deeper. I remember now. That's the mark. That left card. No doubt about it. The 7 of clubs.
きっとクローバーの7だね。
Why are you saying it out loud? I've won. The card on the left was the 7 of clubs. So that meant the card on the right was the Joker. Or is, not was. But I think it said was. And then just before my hand touched the right card, I froze. Oh. What, you think it's a trick? There's a wave of murmurs among the onlookers at my sudden halt. Right before I confirmed the right card was the Joker.
ケイイチさんは何を言ってるのでございましょう。
That it was a fake.
だって左 C です。
へえ。ケイちゃんはどうして右がジョーカーじゃないって確
This
信
is
で
just
き
a
る
game of bluffing. Mion let loose an unexpected question. Everyone else was baffled.
右のカードが何かは俺にもわからないさ。だが左のカードがクローバーの7だってことだけはわかる。
じゃあ残る右のカードがジョーカーなのじゃありませんこと？必ず左右どっちかがジョーカーという約束でしょ？
ああ、左右のどっちかにジョーカーがあるのは本当だろうな。
ケイイチは勘がいいです。リコちゃん、
Rita saw through it. I'm not seeing what he's going for.
つまりさ、クローバーの7はさっき俺がサトコのスペードの7と合わせて捨てたカードなんだよ。
Everyone's attention snapped to the discard pile at the same time. The truth of the matter can be discerned from the sloppy
つま
pile.
り
Okay,
ミ
so
オ
she
ンは捨
faked
て
it.
札を1枚拾って左のカードに重ねている。つまり
そうか、わかった。左のカードをクローバーの7に見せかけているんだね。
It was the first time since the start of the match that a shadow ran across Mion's expression, and I didn't let that slip by. Then, with a grand flourish, I declared it loudly.
ジョーカーは左手だ。
I love how this is just a card game. They're making a card, an old playing card game, so exciting. It was an intense moment. That second one felt like an eternity for everyone there. Breaking that silence, the first one to speak was Mion.
初代部長として私も様々なプレイングを見てきたけど、ケイちゃん、あんたはベストだよ。ベストオブザベストオブザベスト。
That was probably the greatest compliment Mion could give. Mion accepted her defeat, dropping the cards from both hands. My comeback victory! Rita-chan placed her hand on my head and began petting it. Yes, Rika power. Rika power pets gives Kaichi energy.
リコちゃんか？
Rena and Sadato gasped at us, as if they had seen a ghost.
なんだよレナ。別に俺はインチキしてないだろ。先生堂々と。
リカは慰めるときにしか頭を撫でませんの。
What? Huh? What's the meaning of... That's true. He does only do it for consolation. At that moment, Rena let out a small shriek. What? A shriek?
ケイイチ君、こんなことって。
ケイちゃんならさ、ここまで読んでくれると思ってたよ。
She predicted it. What? Everyone froze. No, it was just me.
賭けだった。
Oh my god,
ケイちゃ
Neon.
んがおてんばさんの早とちりだったなら、負けてたのは私だった。
You're making me like you even more. It was the answer everyone was certain about. Neon picked up the card from the losing
ケイ
hand.
ちゃんはさ、 この負けを誇っていいよ。
Rip. She turned it around. That was the card that proclaimed the victor of this duel. The card under the 7 of clubs. Unbelievable. It was a 2 of diamonds. It was a setup behind the setup. If I just picked the right one without reading so deeply into it.
部長園崎美音の名において前原圭一あんたの我が部への入部を許可する。
As I slumped to my knees, dazed, everyone let out a round of applause for the excellent effort I gave despite my defeat. Constellation prize.
本日の優勝は私園崎美音。
Ah,
栄えあるビリは
time for the punishment. Everyone made a commotion, applauding cheerfully. I felt I was bested, but I was so soundly beaten that it unexpectedly felt rather refreshing.
みーちゃんが後ろ手で細工した時、またやるんだって思ってドキドキしちゃった。ケイイチさんが正解に触れる直前で止まった時にはかかったって思いましたわ。
Wait, they all knew of it? And they're just backing her
見
up.
事に引っかかってくれましたです。
Huh? Hey, wait. All of them knew from the start and still got excited so earnestly?
楽しくなるようにみんなで盛り上げましたですよ。
Aw, you
お前らみんな
monsters.
人手だし
Even Rena, man. And Rita. I mean, Rita's been nice, but even at lunch, I guess she was kind of sly. Monsters.
さてケイちゃん
Wonder if he did a
ゲーム
CG.
だね。
We still haven't seen Peachy's face.
今日は部活の初日だ
Or
し
I
ね。
haven't, anyways.
ソフトに行こうかね。いきなり登校拒否になられちゃ困るし。
The other 3 members held out my arms and shoulders firmly. Mian approached, licking her lips. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. That's a felt-tip marker and a giant permanent one.
さて。
No, what are you gonna
い
draw?
や
She took the cap off the marker and brought it slowly up to my face while I was immobilized.
いや
Not a train! I let my death throws. CG? No, chapter break. Perfect. I guess that's it for this video. Another hilarious, fun video. Man, this series is so good. Intense card battle. Guess for next time we'll be doing either the end of class or the end of lunch. Guess end of class. Alright. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Again, loving this series. It's definitely meeting my expectations of what I wanted from this game so far. But who knows, next time I guess we'll see what happens after school, and they'll probably tell us what was written or drawn on his face. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day.